Delighted to be at Mythenroyd station for the bus and rail journey that I've been doing today with Jools from the Community Rail Network.
Hi everyone, I'm Jools Townsend. I'm Chief Executive of the Community Rail Network. We're a national organisation which supports communities to get involved with their local railways and stations, such as here at Mythenroyd, where there's a fantastic Station Friends group running all sorts of brilliant community projects. And I'm looking forward to chatting to Lydia on our rail to bus journey today, talking about all things bus and rail and public transport related.
This is glorious, Jools. This is much better maintained than my garden at home.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just fantastic, yeah, and it's such a wonderful example of community rail in action. And it's not just about making the place look welcoming and, you know, brightening the place up. It's also about bringing people together, getting people outside, getting people doing some healthy exercise. And we've seen in recent years in community rail a lot of attention being paid to biodiversity and helping people connect with nature. So lots of pollinator friendly planting. You can see the bug houses down there, which I believe were built by local scouts.
So cute.
Groups. So really connecting people with nature and yeah, creating that sense of pride in the station, which is so important.
So I know that you're a massive fan of the train, but what was the last bus journey that you have been on and why were you travelling?
So I use the bus all the time to get around my local area. So prior to today, my last bus journey was on Saturday. I took my niece, 15-year-old niece, on a little day out through to Hebden Bridge. We had a lovely afternoon wandering around Hebden Bridge. Yeah, and it's nice actually taking. So my niece and nephew were staying for the weekend. It's been really nice, kind of showing them our local area by public transport and getting them a bit more in the swing of using buses and trains, because they have kind of grown up in a very car-dependent household and not that used to it. So good helping them to get confident using the buses and the trains.
What is the daftest thing that you have ever seen on a bus?
So I don't know if it's daft, but I've been on buses in India and Nepal and Sri Lanka, and so I've been on buses alongside livestock, chickens. I think I've seen a baby goat on a bus. Definitely lots of sacks of rice. Yeah, I'm sure it's totally commonplace and everyday there, but yeah, it's interesting when you experience that for the first time.
Well, this is pretty stunning, but what is the most beautiful bus route that you've ever been on?
This is stunning, isn't it? We're getting the bus at the moment up through Cragg Vale in West Yorkshire. And I have got this bus before, a bit further along, but I've not been to this spot, and all the heather's in flower on the moors. But probably my favourite scenic bus journeys are the open top buses in Cornwall. So my husband and I tend to go on holiday down to Cornwall at least once a year, and we go down by train and we get buses and do lots of walking to get around, and the open top bus along the coast is really lovely.
So obviously you sound like you're quite well travelled, but if you could get on a magic bus and travel anywhere in the world, where would the magic bus take you?
So I think I would catch my magic bus through to Southeast Asia, maybe Laos, which is a place that I've visited a couple of times in my youth while travelling. Absolutely magical place, amazing people, beautiful landscapes. But I've been flight free now for over 5 years because of the climate crisis. I've been car free for over 20 years. So I tend to plan holidays and trips if my magic bus was to be able to power me all the way through to Southeast Asia without impacting on the environment in the same way that flying does, I would definitely seize that opportunity.
As you know, it's Catch the Bus month this September, and we've got World Car Free Day coming up on the 22nd. What are your thoughts on bus and rail and other transportation integration?
So I think the integration of buses and trains and other sustainable, inclusive modes of travel, active travel, community transport, shared mobility, it's so important. It's crucial for helping us move towards climate-friendly transport and tackling the climate emergency. But it's crucial as well for people's ability to access the opportunities that they want, to be able to see friends and family. And I think it's really been underestimated how poor modal integration is in the vast majority of localities. A lot of our members within Community Rail are working on initiatives to help the railways join up better with buses, community transport, shared mobility and active travel. And it really is problematic in so many locations that our members are working in. So there's lots of initiatives to improve walking and cycling, paths and access, putting in waiting shelters, and helping bring together bus and train operators to have conversations, get them around a table and think about how interchange and even timetabling alignment might be improved. But it is a huge challenge, and in the years ahead I think we've got some really important opportunities with rail reform, the creation of Great British Railways, to bring modal integration much more to the fore and to make sure that train companies have a much clearer focus and making sure that it shouldn't be down to local communities to bring together rail and bus operators. It should be happening as a matter of course, and to make sure they're talking to each other, they're talking to transport authorities, and there's this holistic approach to local transport networks.